All right, we've got huge news on the Nazca mummies. The Ministry of Culture has been forced to release the DICOM files on Maria in Wawita. This is actually very big news, so let's talk about it. Time for another Nazca mummy news update. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, yeah, from this release today, Wednesday, April 9th, 2025, the Ministry of Culture, through its Decentralized Directorate of Culture in Ica, headed by Dr. Victor Eduardo Tipis Mana, complied with the order of the Ministry of Culture's Transparency and Access to Information Tribunal to provide the undersigned with information on the tomographic test it commissioned from the Ica Social Health Insurance Company, including both the report and the images. However, it has not submitted the report from its cultural heritage specialist or the declaration of cultural heritage, as the process has not yet been completed according to reports. Yeah, and the cultural heritage thing is significant, and I've talked about that before. Then it'll be really interesting if they are determined to be cultural items of cultural heritage. That means they are indeed legit, which means that we have legally, sanctified alien bodies or hybrid bodies. For the first time ever in world history, we will have bodies that are admitted to be, alien. They would be legit. So that would be really interesting. So the letter, of course, is not in English, sadly, and I downloaded the PDF and tried to translate it, but I could not translate it. So it is what it is. But you can go to the site tridactyls.org and download the DICOM files on Maria in Wawita. Now, of course, we have had DICOM files before, but not from an official source like the government of Peru, like the Ministry of Culture. I didn't want to get my facts wrong, so I asked Grok to put it into better words for me. You know how good I am with words. So this represents a shift toward transparency in a case that has been shrouded in debate and skepticism since the mummies, known for their unusual three-fingered tridactyl features, gained international attention around 2017. Previously, the Peruvian Ministry of Culture had been criticized for dismissing the mummies as hoaxes or fabrications without fully engaging with the scientific community studying them. The release of these files suggests a response to pressure from researchers, both Peruvian and international, who have called for access to primary data to independently verify claims about the mummy's authenticity and origins. The availability of the DICOM files allows for rigorous, peer-reviewed analysis by experts in fields like forensic anthropology, radiology, and genetics. This could help resolve conflicting narratives. For instance, some researchers, including those affiliated with San Luis Gonzaga National University of Ica, usually we just call it the University of Ica, have argued that Maria and Wawita exhibit anatomical features inconsistent with known human or animal remains, potentially pointing to a unique biological origin. Conversely, critics, including some Peruvian officials and archaeologists, have maintained that the mummies are assembled from manipulated human and animal parts. The radiological data could provide evidence to support or refute these claims by revealing details about bone structure, joint articulation, and tissue preservation that are difficult to assess without such scans. Yeah, I mean, we have seen DICOM files, we've seen CT scans, we've seen images of these beings before. Obviously, there's no way they could be faked. Raphael, for example, is the smoking gun. Raphael is the fetus inside Montserrat, a tridactyl, three-fingered, three-toed fetus inside a tridactyl mother. possible to fake. But this is very significant because this does come from the Ministry of Culture of Peru. This can be sourced out to people. People can study it for themselves. It can be peer reviewed. This is huge. This is huge. So this release has broader implications for the study of the Nazca mummies as a cultural and scientific phenomenon. The mummies have been a lightning rod for speculation, ranging from theories of ET life to suggestions of an unknown ancient species or elaborate fraud. By making the data public, the Ministry of Culture enables a more systematic investigation that could move the conversation beyond sensationalism toward a grounded understanding of what these specimens represent. So, yeah, there you go. The DICOM files have previously been, we have had DICOMs from the Inkari Institute, also Gaia. However, the Ministry of Culture's release of the DICOM files for Maria in Wawida, per Grok, appears to be the first official, widely accessible distribution directly from a governmental source. Prior releases were scattered, often tied to private entities or researchers like Jaime Maussan and the Inkari Institute, and came with limitations, either legal warnings against reproduction or reluctance to distribute broadly due to ongoing investigations. The earlier files' availability was thus more restricted, often requiring direct contact with those involved or reliance on archive versions such as those preserved via the Wayback Machine, as noted in a 2024 Reddit post. In short, while the DICOM files for the Nazca mummies had been generated and shared by other sources before the ministry's 2025 release, these were not as openly or officially disseminated, making the recent governmental action a significant step toward broader access. Yeah, and we're also getting closer and closer to these specimens being declared cultural heritage. Yeah, here we go. However, they indicate that they have not yet finished analyzing whether they are cultural heritage or not, even though 6 long months have already passed since the tests were conducted on September 13th, 2024. I just wanted to highlight that because I think that's significant, that they are dragging their heels, declaring them cultural heritage, which again would prove that they're legit. We have the DICOM files of these beings now showing that they are not manipulated, that they are genuinely tridactyl, genuinely anomalous beings. And if you declare them cultural heritage, you're saying, well, these things are not faked. So when that happens, that will be huge. That will be very significant. I'm very excited about that. And I'm very excited about these DICOM files and what that means for the days ahead. This is UFO disclosure, guys. You can't get the Nazca mummies without UFOs. I mean, I guess you can invoke Atlantis or time travelers. I don't see the Atlanteans creating the tridactyls. You can never discount time travel, I guess. That's why I hate time travel. But realistically, we're looking at hybrid beings created by the same race or races that like to create hybrid beings. We know they are still doing that today through alien abductions. Abductees also have implants in them, much like the tridactyl Nazca mummies do. There's clearly a connection there. The beings like to create hybrids for whatever reason. Does that explain the giants? Does that explain other strange cryptids? Who knows? But we need answers on all of this, and we are getting closer to getting there. We're going to get this stuff hopefully peer-reviewed and generally accepted by mainstream science in the general public. This is UFO disclosure, but if a tree falls in the forest, it doesn't make a sound if nobody's there to listen to it. Well, so far, very few people have been listening to this huge UFO disclosure-shaped tree falling in the forest, But now I think we're getting closer to that, guys. So this is really significant. Let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and Rumble, links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.